Do 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 do. Choo 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 choo. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I hope. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's try this again. Test audio. Testing 1 2 1 2 check 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Dot 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 choo 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 choo. All right, we're gonna try this and see if it works. See if anybody can hear me or not. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, anybody there? Edgar, can somebody tell me if you guys can hear me or not? Yes or no? Yay, yay, yay. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Hello, can anybody hear me? Anybody hear me, please? Can anybody hear me, please? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Can anybody hear? Anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Anonymous, Hank, Giggler. Hello, 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 hello. Check 1 2. Can people hear me? Yes or no? Need to know. Hello, hello, hello. Patrick, can you do me a solid? Can you tell me? Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello. Ego, Big A, hello. Can anybody hear me? Can somebody tell me yes or no, please? Hello, hello, hello. Cannonball, Ego B, Big Bank. Can somebody tell me if you guys can hear? Yes or no? Maybe, kind of, sort of. Yes, no, maybe. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear me out there in TikTok world? Hello. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Can anybody hear me out there? Hello. This is great. Great for the stream. Can anybody hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Can anybody hear me? Yes or no? Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2. Somebody, please, for everything that's good and decent in the world, can you tell me if you can hear me? Yes or no? Check 2, check 2, check 2. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can anybody hear me, please? Yada, yada, yada. 1 2 3. Can anybody hear me, please? Can somebody tell me if you can hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody? Roberto, are you able? Mebster, can you tell me? Can you hear me, please? Can anybody tell me if they can hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. Big Daddy Fred M Legend, Mebster. Can anybody tell me? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Well, Stanley, can you tell me? Can you hear me, please? Can anybody tell me if they can hear? Thank you so much, Stanley. Appreciate it. All right, we had some reconfiguring to do here this evening, so I appreciate the help here. All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Last Row Podcast. We're going to get going here and get recording for Apple Podcasts and for Spotify. So let's not waste any time, shall we? And welcome in, everybody, to the Last Row Podcast, a fan's perspective on sports. It's Brian here inside the ARM Media Solutions Studios on this Sunday, May the 17th, 2026, game number 7. Hey, listen, let's go Canes. Come on now. JHN, we're going to get into that because we were on here before the game, and I thought Detroit had it. And right now, Cleveland is just doing everything right. But we're going to get into it. Let's get the propers out of the way, and then we'll kick into it. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Last Row Podcast. So happy to be with you here on this Sunday night. Big thanks to our friends over at I Know a Guy Remodeling and, of course, Forever Finds for their continued support of the show. We greatly appreciate them, and we will hear from them here in just a little bit. If you are on social media, make sure you are following us, whether that be on TikTok at last.row.podcast. You can also check us out on X or Twitter at Last Row Podcast. Check out our website, www.lastrowpodcast.com. That is where you can find links to all of our wonderful sponsors. All right. Let's take a look here at what is going on. And if you are in here, please make sure you share the stream. And we can, get as many people in here as we can. So, all right. Well, what's happened to Detroit is Cleveland has realistically reclaimed the lead. That looks like it's a clear block from Donovan Mitchell. That's not a foul, I don't think. And I don't know if there's people that are on the stream, don't spoil it, please. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. Earlier tonight, before the game, I said that I thought Detroit had the better team, and I thought Detroit was going to win. And thank you, JHN. I am actually a little bit ahead of you, so I'm okay with that. Thank you. Cleveland has come out tonight and has gotten a humongous boost tonight from Sam Merrill with 15 points off the bench, which is critical. Look, let's just call that what it is. That's 15 points you're not counting on tonight. Jared Allen has been massive, 17 points. You've also got Evan Mobley with 12. James Harden doing what James Harden does. No shows in big games. Okay? Now, you had two other James Harden games. You had Game 5 and Game 6. Game 5 was the one you stole in Detroit. Game 6 is the one back in Cleveland that you should have won, realistically. James Harden has not done anything here tonight. 1 of 5 shooting in 22 minutes, 6 points. Donovan Mitchell has looked like Donovan Mitchell tonight. The one thing I will tell you that I really, really, really like about Donovan Mitchell's game tonight, he's getting other people involved. When they're doubling down and they're bringing a help defender down, he's finding the open guy, he's kicking it, he's doing the little things. Now, the key for Cleveland, right here and now, the key for Cleveland, they have to start hitting their free throws. Their free throws right now, there is such a discrepancy on the free throw side of things. It is absolutely insane. Cleveland is 14 of 22. I'll repeat that. They are 14 of 22 from the free throw line. If they make, let's just say they make 4 more or 5 more even and are 19 of 22. It's a bigger blowout. They've allowed Detroit to kind of creep back in here. Now, Detroit is not doing a good job defensively tonight. Let's just call it what it is. Detroit is getting blown up every which way possible. And that's on J.B. Bickerstaff. And we've talked about this for a few weeks now. Since Bickerstaff got the extension, what has he won to deserve an extension? Nothing. Nothing at all. So my thought process is, if I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, I'm absolutely fuming right now because you gave him an extension on a contract that wasn't anywhere near expiring, and he's giving you this type of coaching effort in a game 7, excuse me. So, look, I'll just be frank with you. I'm as shocked as everybody that Cleveland is playing well. Now, look, if I'm Detroit, it's getting stops on the other end. It's not committing stupid fouls. It's making your shots, which, I mean, they're just they have nothing, and they are making Kenny Atkinson right now look like Coach of the Year. I mean, they are just absolutely making Cleveland look incredible. Again, it's little things now for Detroit. You got to make stops. If you get the stops made and you start hitting your baskets, Tobias Harris, where are you? Not showing up in a big game. So, if we look at Detroit's stats right now, you've got Cade Cunningham, and that's it. Cade Cunningham is 5 of 12 right now for 12 points. Tobias Harris is 0 for 5 from the field, but he's 5 of 6 from the line for 5 points. Jalen Duran, 3 of 5 from the field, 6 points, 6 boards. Cade Cunningham, 5 of 12. Thompson, 2 of 7 for 5 points. Jenkins, 3 of 7 for 8 points. Robinson off the bench has 7, as does LeVert with 7. They're just not getting any contributions whatsoever. And so we're gonna stay with this game, obviously, until the very end. But if I'm Detroit, you got to have somebody else other than Cade Cunningham. And right now, there's nobody else for Detroit. Cleveland can allow James Harden to play the James Harden game and be one-on-one like he is right now and be really, really careless and stupid with the basketball, which is what James Harden does best. He travels, he pushes off, he flops, and he's a turnover machine. And quite honestly, it's a big problem. Detroit has to claw their way back into this. And it's got to be with stops on the defensive end and getting out and getting in transition. If they do that, then they're going to get back in this game. But until they do that, they have to hope that James Harden just continues to be like James Harden and does everything wrong. Because if he continues to do everything wrong like he's doing right now, you're going to claw back into it. But look, you got to get it to within 10 points or less, I would say. 10 points or less by the end of the quarter. If you can do that, if you can get it to 10 or less, you've got yourself in a good situation and a good spot. But again, Cleveland is making the extra passes. They've been hitting shots all night. Really cheap fouls, but also really... And the NBA will fine him for this, but James Harden flopping all night is just a joke. James Harden looks like he's a 90-year-old man taking a tumble at an old folks' home, and I mean no disrespect in that. He looks slow and he looks old, and he's flopping. Oh my God, is he flopping? I've never been a James Harden guy, and I'll take heat for it. That's fine, but again, Cleveland missing free throws is a huge story here. It is an absolute huge story. And if somehow or another Cleveland pulls this game off, oh my goodness, that will be a story in and of itself. So we're going to keep an eye on this game because, quite honestly, I'm stunned by the outcome here. I mean, right now, it's a 19-point lead. And just stupid fouls by Detroit. Again, just dumb. And I don't know what the deal is with Detroit tonight, but they're playing like their coach, who sucks. I'm sorry. J.B. Bickerstaff is an awful coach. He's never won a damn thing. And I mean, Jared Allen just went up and got his own rebound off of a free throw and gets another foul here. And they're just out hustling Detroit. In Detroit. I would love to know where the Pistons fans are. I would love to know their thoughts because at this point in time, look, JB Bickerstaff is getting nothing. He's getting nothing from his guys. Kevin Huerter, who can score, has not touched the floor in this series. And again, it's just stupid mistakes by Detroit that are shooting them in the foot. And quite honestly, give credit to Cleveland. Cleveland has come out and they have punched them straight in the mouth. Straight in the mouth. And Detroit has not had an answer. Detroit has not been able to respond. And again, I'm going to keep harping on this until the end of the game because it's a story. Detroit is they've got to claw back, but they got to get defensive stops. Cleveland has to hit their free throws. But they're just making this so easy right now for Cleveland. Detroit is just doing Olay defense. Nothing good. Bad turnovers. I expected this in game 1, not game 7. And they are getting to the free throw line at an alarming rate are the Cavs. This game, for all intents and purposes, is over. Detroit has just no-showed tonight. And if I'm a Pistons fan, you can bet your bottom dollar at this point in time, I am absolutely livid with my front office staff for giving JB Bickerstaff any type of extension. Any type. This is absolutely ridiculous. And quite honestly, look, it's flat out frightening because of the fact that Bickerstaff hasn't won anything. That's the part of this that I don't understand. Bickerstaff has not won anything within the NBA. So for him to, to be able to have anything here worthy of an extension in the NBA is beyond my purview. I just don't believe it. I cannot believe it. And again, this is a very ugly game for Detroit, and Pistons fans have every single right to be angry. Jared Allen's got 20 points, 7 boards. Mobley's got 14. Harden only has 7. Mitchell only has 15. Strus has 2. Merrill was on fire in the first half for Cleveland. Those 15 points right there make up for James Harden. Bippin, look, you've got to be riding on cloud 9, but look, I'm going to say this, and I've said it 5 times, if not 20 already. Cleveland has to make their free throws. They have to. If Detroit somehow gets this to 10 points and claws back in this game somehow, if James Harden keeps turning the ball over, making stupid decisions with the ball, if that happens here and Detroit gets back into it, that's the story of the game in my opinion right now. This would be a bigger blowout. This could be a 30-point game if you made your free throws. If Cleveland would have made their free throws. They're 18 of 29 right now. They are 18 of 29. Then you're talking, if they make 10 more free throws, it's nearly a 30-point game. But they haven't. So that's the difference right now between stepping on somebody's throat and closing the game out strong versus letting a team back in. If look, Kenny Atkinson earlier on, and I thought it was a brilliant move on his part, he pulled Harden out of the game because he wasn't happy with Harden's selection. He wasn't happy with how Harden was handling the ball, all of it. He pulled him out. He absolutely pulled him out. And look, credit to him on that. But the bigger story here is you're getting a game from a guy off the bench you didn't expect to. Donovan Mitchell has been back to Donovan Mitchell, even though he's 5 of 12. He's playing well. He's driving and dishing, which is what you need to do. Jared Allen is having another big game, which he did in the last series. He had big games. Detroit is 4-0 in elimination games this season. Right now, their backs are against the wall. They've got to start getting stops. They've got to get stops if you're Detroit. And if I'm Kenny Atkinson right now, I'm telling these guys, look, if we win or not, we are hitting the free throw line tomorrow. At the exit interviews, at the end of practice, whatever. It's really telling right now that Jalen Duren is on the bench for me. It's really telling. I mean, yes, he's got 4 personal fouls. He's a -9 while out there tonight. Cade Cunningham is a -16. So, I mean, look, this is just bad overall play. Is that Kevin Huerter that just got in and got a 3? That very well might be Kevin Huerter's first. Yep. Nope. Let's see here. Who was that? Oh, my God. There's no defense. I mean, there's no defense by Detroit. I mean, this is pathetic. I mean, I wanted a good game. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I wanted a really good game. And, I mean, it's pathetic. Detroit right now, if they want to get back in this game, they have to get every offensive rebound. They have to get every loose ball. They have to force turnovers. They've got to stop the stupid fouls, and they've got to do everything and anything that they can to just claw their way in. I mean, if James Harden is going to shoot shots like that, then I mean, again, let Harden beat you. If Harden's going to be the guy to do it, let him do it. But my God, you've got to rotate on defense. This is typical JB Bickerstaff. I'm not a Pistons fan. I'm not a Cavs fan. I don't have a dog in the fight. This is typical JB Bickerstaff. There's a reason why he's never won anything in the NBA as a head coach. He's not good. You see here, Jared Allen, Game 7 versus Toronto, 22 points, 19 boards. Tonight, 23 points, 7 boards. Donovan Mitchell's in. They're getting him rest. Detroit has no organization on the court. I mean, they have been hit in the mouth. And they don't know what to do to respond. I mean, there's nothing they're doing right now. And so, if look, you've got 4 minutes to get like a 10-0 run. Hey, Jack, you've got 4 minutes to get a 10-0 run if you're Detroit. If you don't do that, series is done. Series is done. And you've got to get defensive stops, too. You've got to get defensive stops. I mean, my God, they're allowing Cleveland to just run all over them. And Cleveland's not a good team overall. Like, they're just, I mean, Cleveland's not a fast team with James Harden on the floor. They're just not. I mean, Detroit is, I mean, my God, it is just embarrassing. I mean, it's just horrible. Oh, my God. Another 3 by Merrill. Merrill has been a difference maker tonight. You were not expecting this out of him, and quite honestly, you weren't expecting, oh, wow, there was no foul called there. Man, oh, man. And Detroit's just yelling at the officiating about the lack of foul. I mean, this is just a complete unraveling. And that's going to be the story of the game, is how bad, how truly bad Detroit unraveled here at home the last 2 games. The Pistons are just awful tonight. I mean, the last 2 games at home, that's enough for me to get JB Bickerstaff fired. I don't care that they just signed him to an extension. I don't care. Get him the hell out of my team, off of my team. I don't want him coaching anymore. If I'm a Detroit fan, nope. I mean, nobody there to rebound. And Cleveland now is pushing it up the court. Nobody back in transition. Cade Cunningham has to commit a really bad foul on Donovan Mitchell. And, I mean, look, it's just a beatdown of epic proportions. I mean, it's just embarrassing for Detroit. I mean, if I were a Pistons fan right now, oh my God, I would be absolutely livid. I would be so angry right now about all of this with how this team has played the last 2 games at home. Just bad. It's just bad. And the fact that Detroit or Cleveland continues to miss free throws. The fact they continue to miss free throws is astounding. It is absolutely astounding to me. They're 21 of 34. 21 of 34. That's incredible. I mean, Detroit is just way out of control. They're just not. Oh my God. I mean, it's just turnover after turnover. Look. If I'm a Pistons fan right now, I'm angry watching this for them. And the fact that they signed that incompetent boob to a contract extension, just, oh my gosh, what a shot by Mitchell. The fact that they signed him to a contract extension is just mind-boggling. And I'm sorry, this game right here tonight, for me, if I'm the Pistons owner and I'm sitting courtside like they said he is, I'm firing that guy before he even gets back to the locker room. Pay him whatever you got to pay him. Get him the hell out of here. He's no good. He's no good. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. And look, Cleveland has shown up tonight. I said prior to the game, if you were with us prior to the game here, I said it was going to be really interesting to see how Cleveland showed up tonight. And oh my God, have they shown up. And look, you can credit for Cleveland Sam Merrill tonight. Sam Merrill with 17 points off the bench. You take those 17 points away, it's a completely different game because you've got Jarrett Allen having a great night. You've got Mobley having okay. Harden has not shown up like always. Mitchell has been very good. Strus hasn't done anything. You take away those 17 points from Merrill, different ballgame. And if I'm the Pistons fans at the end of the third, you know what? I'm booing the hell out of them. I am absolutely booing the hell out of them because they have not done anything the last 2 home games. And I mean, this is pathetic. This is one of the worst Game 7 performances I think I've ever seen. I mean, people have to be stunned. I can't wait for postgame. Oh my God. I mean, it's just horrible. I mean, nobody is there to rebound for Detroit. Nobody is there to. This is such a bad look for them, for JB Bickerstaff, for everybody. I mean, it's just a horrible look. I mean, I feel legitimately bad for Pistons fans tonight. I mean, this is pathetic. I mean, 97-73, 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. I mean, Donovan Mitchell is easily besides Merrill, who's got 20, Mitchell's got 26, Allen's got 23. Look, you get that, and you're bringing James Harden in to 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 potentially choke the game away, right? JB Bickerstaff looks angry, and he should. And I'm going to tell you this right here and now. I don't want to hear Pistons fans complaining about the officiating because they're letting them play in a Game 7, and that's what you want. But you know what? Get a stop. Your defense is awful. You're not my God. You're making Cleveland look invincible right now. It's just crazy. And Detroit is playing such one-on-one ball right now that it's bad. It's just bad basketball. And I thought I would be saying that about James Harden tonight. And look, right now at the end of the third, 99-73. This is on the verge here. This is absolutely on the verge here of going to a 30-point blowout. I would love to hear Pistons fans right now. I would absolutely love it because, quite honestly, I'm astounded by this tonight. I'm absolutely astounded by this. I did not expect it. Again, looking at all stats here for the free throws, again, they're 22 of 35. 22 of 35. This should be a 30-point game. It absolutely should be a 30-point game. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to hear from our friends over at I Know a Guy Remodeling, and then from there, we're going to come back, and we're going to continue to break this game down. We're also going to start previewing the Eastern Finals and the Western Finals right here on the Last Row Podcast. Game 7. That's what this time of year is all about. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, everything is on the line. No second chances. There is no tomorrow. And when it comes to your home, why would you treat it any differently? That's why I trust I Know a Guy Remodeling, because they bring that Game 7 mentality to every single project. We're talking attention to detail, showing up on time, delivering results when it matters most. This isn't a regular season effort. This is championship level remodeling. So if you've been putting off that project, your kitchen, bathroom, basement, it's time to go all in. Because when the stakes are high, you don't want average. You want clutch. You can check out a link to their Facebook page on our website, www.lastrowpodcast.com, because everybody deserves to know a guy. And now you do. I Know a Guy Remodeling. All right, welcome back to the Last Row Podcast, a fan's perspective on sports. We are looking at all of the Western Eastern Conference Finals that are going to be happening here. I believe the Western Conference Finals will start, I think, tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. Other news, real quick, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, repeats as MVP again. Rightfully so, he should. Incredible year for him. And again, look, it's just incredible what they've done. It's absolutely incredible what they have done. The Thunder and the Spurs will kick off tomorrow night. We will have coverage prior to the game and during and after the game, of course, right here. And then the Knicks, and realistically right now, it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I didn't think I was going to be saying here at the end of the night, or at the beginning of the night, excuse me. So, and now it looks like was there a technical foul called? Yep. Ausar Thompson, a technical foul. I mean, Detroit at this point, I mean, they're pissing and moaning over. No, I mean, look, they have nothing. They have nobody to blame here but themselves. Their defense has been absolutely laughable tonight. They're making Kenny Atkinson look like coach of the year when he's not. JB Bickerstaff looks like this is the first game he's ever coached in the NBA. I mean, it's a 29-point game. I mean, I'm stunned by this. I am absolutely floored by this. And now I think, look, I'm just going to call this like I see it. I think you're going to see Detroit lose their temper because of how bad it's been tonight. And I think you're going to see them cheap fouls. You know, Cleveland's going to have to be smart. I mean, look, this is going to be the first. This will be the first another turnover. Sam Merrill with it. Oh my gosh! He tried to draw the foul. The defender missed him, and he still made the shot. Wow! I'm dying to hear another turnover. More complaining. Tobias Harris thinks he's fouled. James Harden with these challenges too, by the way. He wants every play reviewed that involves him. And it's just pathetic. It's just awful. Jersey Gold, good evening. Welcome in. Bippin, welcome back in. 31-point lead. I mean, the points from the starters tonight, right there. I mean, that's beside, and it should be more. It should be more right there because they haven't hit their free throws. And if I'm the New York Knicks right now, oh my God, am I salivating. You're getting an easier matchup here. See, Bippin, I don't believe so. That you're asking a lot right there. You're asking a ton if you think James Harden is going to show up. I mean, James Harden guarantees you playoffs. He doesn't guarantee you wins. I mean, look, this is as bad of a Game 7 showing as I've ever seen. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I mean, this is I mean, just not good. I mean, I didn't expect Cleveland to come in and dominate like this. I'll be honest. I thought Detroit would be more aggressive. And they're flat. And that's a reflection of the coach. I'm sorry. Kenny Atkinson had his guys ready to go. I mean, defensively, they're good. They've been forcing turnovers, Cleveland has. They're rebounding the ball. I mean, Detroit is just missing easy shots at this point. And honestly, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. All right, so Bippin, you're asking me a question here. I know he scored 61 points at one point. Let's see here. I'm looking because now I want to know. Okay, MSG games won versus lost. Let's see here. He's a 9-4 career regular season win-loss record against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Across his 13 career regular season appearances in the arena, he's averaged nearly 30 points per game, notably dropping a career high 61 in 2019, so 7 years ago. So he's 9-4 overall in the regular season, not the playoffs. And I'm sorry, this is a different Knicks team. And you can see the crowd at Little Caesars Arena leaving early. I mean, this is bad. This is as bad of a Game 7 performance as I've ever seen. Drop your thoughts in the chat if you've seen a worse one. But this, to me, this is right up there as far as I'm concerned. All right, so let's preview here the West tomorrow night. So SGA wins his second MVP back-to-back. Wembanyama and the Spurs are coming in on a hot streak. Let's be honest here. They look really, really good. The Spurs were second in the West, only to OKC by 2 games. The Thunder are favored by 6.5, and they will host the Spurs to begin the Western Conference Final. San Antonio went 4-1 against Oklahoma City in the regular season. The Spurs won on the last regular season matchup, 116-106, on February 5th, led by Keldon Johnson, while Kenrich Williams had 25 for the Thunder. The Thunder are 41-11 in conference games. Oklahoma City is 5-6 in one-possession games. Wembanyama is the factor here. He's the story. He's absolutely the story here. SGA is averaging 31 points and 6 assists for the Thunder. Ajay Mitchell is averaging 15 points and 4 assists over the last 10. Wembanyama for San Antonio, 25 points per game, almost 12 rebounds for the Spurs. Champagne's averaging almost three three-pointers over the last 10 games. The Thunder in the last 10 are 8-2, averaging 118 points, 41 boards, 26 assists, 10 steals, 5 blocks, while shooting 49% from the field. The Spurs are 7-3, averaging 117.5 points, 48 rebounds, 25 assists, 9 steals, 9 blocks, while shooting 49%. Reagan, good evening. Look, this is going to be as even of a matchup as you're going to get, and I'm taking Oklahoma City, I think, in 7. I think OKC wins it in 7. I think it's going to be a very close matchup. The one thing I will tell you is that San Antonio has something Oklahoma City doesn't. And I'm just going to be blunt about it. It's a Hall of Fame coach in Greg Popovich that is imparting his wisdom onto the Spurs right now. And he's up in the front office, but I guarantee you his message is getting across loud and clear. Loud and clear. Look, if I'm Tom Gores right now for Detroit, JB Bickerstaff isn't getting anywhere near the locker room. Isn't getting anywhere near the locker room. He doesn't deserve to address his team. I mean, this is as poor of a performance as I've ever seen in a Game 7 atmosphere. Anyway. Look, I would love for San Antonio to win, truthfully, just because I've always liked their organization. And when Popovich took over and, led them to the promised land as he did, look, I didn't necessarily like his methods at times, but Pop is a Hall of Fame coach, no question about it. And that organization is top to bottom, one of the best run organizations, I would say, in sports. You don't see really any drop off at any point. There might be a year or two where they're bad, but then they rebound better than anybody. Um, I mean, all I can say is being up by 33 points. James Harden can absolutely jack a shot up like that. But if I'm Kenny Atkinson, I'm still going to send a message to him. No, and Reagan, I agree with you there. It's not all on. There's a lot of it on the front office too. But for tonight's performance, it's on JB because they weren't ready to play. They just weren't. They came out flat from the start. Their defensive rotations have been absolutely garbage. I mean, 3 blind mice could score 30 against them in 10 minutes. Easy, with how bad the rotation has been. Cunningham has nobody else, which we know. Jalen Duran has been pathetic. Tobias Harris has complained all night to the officials. And again, look, you've got an incredible lead here that is just getting bigger by the minute. I mean, just turnovers galore. Turnovers galore. Now, if I were Donovan Mitchell right there, I'd have pulled the ball out. Run the offense. James Harden not picking up the guard. I mean, look, Cleveland defensively is going to have to be much better against the Knicks. Overall in the series. I'm not talking a one-game playoff here. I'm talking as the series goes on. Cade Cunningham has nobody to help him out. His head coach isn't even helping him out. It's just bad. It's just absolutely bad. So, Oklahoma City, San Antonio getting the national treatment on NBC and Peacock, which they should. And then game 1 of the Eastern Finals will be on ESPN on Tuesday. Now, look, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Cleveland pulled out game 1 in New York. And the reason for that is the Knicks have been off for a number of days. Let's go Cavs chant is raining out. That to me is incredible. Reagan, you've got the Cavs to win against the Knicks. That would be a massive upset. I mean, look, at that point in time, Mike Brown might be fired. Let's just call it what it is. Mike Brown very easily could be fired if that happens. And then you've got Cleveland in the finals for the first time without LeBron. I mean, Kenny Atkinson isn't that good of a coach. I'll just be honest with you. But again, he's doing everything right now. Kenny Atkinson is absolutely pushing all the right buttons. Tonight he did. And I mean, this is an ass kicking of epic proportions. I mean, let's just call it what it is. And Detroit just can't. I mean, they can't. There's nothing they can do at this point to do anything to try to win these fans back. I mean, it is emptying. I mean, emptying. All right. So I like Oklahoma City in 7. I think it's going to be a fantastic series. I think it's going to be incredible the whole way to go. Now, I will say this much right now about Cleveland. I love the fact that Kenny Atkinson is still coaching the hell out of these guys right now. Even though, in my opinion, he's a subpar coach. Okay? He's getting the job done tonight, though, against a worse coach in JB Bickerstaff. Again, Me personally, JB Bickerstaff doesn't get to address his team. If I'm Tom Gowers, I'm saying screw your extension. I'll pay you the buyout amount. You're done. You're just done. He's never won anything in the NBA as a head coach. He never has. I mean, you'd be better off getting Billy Donovan right now. Or I'm gonna pull a name out of the hat here. Tom Izzo. You'd be better off getting Tom Izzo. Yeah, Monty. Yep. And it didn't matter. It didn't even matter that James Harden had an awful Game 7. Didn't even matter. Because the last 2 games for James Harden have been really, really good. You had Game 5 where he stole it on the road when Donovan Mitchell didn't do anything. Game 6 in Cleveland when they needed Mitchell to be big and they needed everybody to step up, and they didn't. James Harden still had a good game. And then tonight, he no-shows, which you kind of expect. But you don't expect, 20-plus points off the bench from Sam Merrill. You don't expect. You expect a good game from Jarrett Allen. You don't expect, though, 23 points in 25 minutes, 8 of 14 shooting. Evan Mobley with 18 points in 33 minutes, 6 of 9 shooting. James Harden is 2 for 10 from the field. Donovan Mitchell has been absolutely brilliant. 26 points, 28 minutes, 10 of 19 shooting. And then Merrill with 23 points in 24 minutes. Incredible. The biggest thought that I have about this game tonight, it could be a 40-point blowout. Realistically, because had they made their free throws, they're 25 of 40 from the free throw line. They have missed 15 free throws. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And they're still up right now by 30. It's incredible. It's a dismantling tonight of the Detroit Pistons that I don't believe anybody really saw coming. But I will say this much. The extension that they signed Bickerstaff to is going to get scrutinized. If I'm Tom Gowers, who's there at courtside, the owner of the Pistons, I'm telling JB, don't worry about getting paid. Don't worry about coaching next year. I'm gonna pay your buyout next week. You're done. After tonight, this is such a lack of prepared players, of flat players, of no heart. No heart. A team that was not prepped to play. Cleveland came in and kicked their ass tonight. When in reality, Cleveland shouldn't have. It should have been a good game. And I said pregame when I was on TikTok Live that I thought that maybe, just maybe, we would get a really good game and not a blowout. And I mean, look, right now there is no reason right now, if I'm Kenny Atkinson, there's zero reason to have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, or Jarrett Allen on the floor right now. None. This game is over. Get them out before something catastrophic happens. You don't want a freak injury to happen now. You don't want a freak injury to happen now. And look, again, tomorrow at practice, we're not watching this tape. We're on the free throw line all practice. That's 16 missed free throws tonight. See, Reagan, I don't think JB should get a chance to run it back. Realistically, they should have been eliminated against Orlando. I mean, let's just call what it is here. They should have been eliminated against Orlando. I mean, Duran getting blocked by Evan Mobley is just pathetic. Not getting back on help defense, awful. It's awful. But see, you know what, though? I don't think they have an initial core other than Cade Cunningham. Who else do they have? Not Tobias Harris. Monty, I know he's on the payroll for the next 5 years. The problem is he shouldn't be. They should have never signed him to that extension. And see, look, I talked about this earlier. It was going to get chippy. I said it was going to get chippy, and here we go. I said it was going to get chippy, and here we go. Because this is a really bad blowout. I mean, Strus, I think Strus. Yeah, that's just stupid. They shouldn't have signed him to that extension. He had 3 years left. There's no reason to extend him. None. He hasn't won anything in the NBA as a head coach. There was absolutely zero need to extend him. It was an extension based upon regular season Cade Cunningham being phenomenal. Kenny Atkinson is furious. You can tell. And I'm sorry, Stan Van Gundy, you know what? I love you on the college game with Kevin Harlan. I don't need to hear about how great of a regular season it was for Detroit. They were the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're getting eliminated at home on a Game 7. I mean, this is just bad. I mean, they're listing right now key free agents: Tobias Harris, Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, they got in a deal with the Bulls earlier this season. Milwaukee's not going to trade within the division. Absolutely not. Milwaukee will not trade within the division. But look, they would realistically have to give up Cade Cunningham if they wanted to get Giannis. That's what Milwaukee's going to want back. Again, there's no reason for Donovan Mitchell to be out there. There's no reason. You're asking for trouble here. I mean, there's no there, and now he's going to pull him out. Now he's going to pull him out. At least he better. He should. You're asking for an ACL, Achilles, if you don't. All right. I'll be honest with you guys. I was really planning on coming on here tonight to talk about a Detroit win and how the Pistons looked and how great Cade Cunningham is. And I'm so disappointed in how they've played tonight. I mean, is this the worst Game 7 performance you've seen? Is this the worst Game 7 performance you've ever seen? I'm putting that out in the chat to everybody in the chat. Is this the worst Game 7 you've ever seen? I mean, again, right now, Tobias Harris is 0 for 6 from the field. He's got 5 points. Jalen Duran is 3 of 7 from the field. In 26 minutes, he has 7 points. Cade Cunningham has 13 points. He's 5 of 16 from the field. Thompson with 5, Jenkins with 11, Robinson with 13, LeVert with 11, Sasser with 9. They're shooting 36% from the field. Durant has had a bad last 2 series. He's lost millions of dollars here. I mean, he's lost a ton. I mean, I mean, he needs a lot. Ausar needs a lot. No question. There's no reason for Mobley to be out there. Oh. I mean, there's nobody willing to take a shot for Detroit. There he goes. I mean, this is up there as one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a team in a Game 7. Why is Donovan Mitchell still out there? I mean, you're asking for trouble here. I'm sorry, you just are. I mean, I get the fact you want to have him out there to close the game out, but come on. I mean, this is. I mean, now he's finally getting him out, and the Cavs fans have taken over Little Caesars Arena. Mitchell had to be big. We talked about it tonight. Earlier tonight before the game started, we said Mitchell had to be big, and he was. He was absolutely huge. 26 points in 31 minutes, 10 of 22, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Fouls out of the game. Look, he was absolutely brilliant. Yes, game 1 is Tuesday night, Monty. Yes, sir. And that will be on ESPN. Yes. And I would not be shocked if the Knicks lose game 1. I wouldn't be shocked because they've been off for so long. Cleveland is coming off of a big high. And look, Cleveland could give New York some issues. I mean, you've got Karl Anthony Towns against Allen, which I think would be a good match. Reagan is saying that that the Cavs are going to win the series. Bippen, I know wherever he is, he's celebrating. He says the Cavs are going to win. I still say New York wins the series, but nobody. Harden couldn't guard a blind man. I mean, let's be honest here, Monty. He doesn't guard anybody. It's not gonna be Jalen Brunson. I guarantee you that. I mean, it may have to be just because of size wise, but I mean, realistically, I mean that's advantage New York. That's advantage New York every time. I think OG Anunoby would probably take Mitchell, I would think. Maybe. I mean, again, I still like New York. Yeah, I mean that might not be the bad that's probably more realistic, Monty. You're right. To try to guard Josh Hart, yeah. And that's where I think it's going to be the difference, Reagan, is I think the size of the Knicks is too much. I mean, I look at Jarrett Allen versus Karl Anthony Towns, and that's going to be kind of a wash, I think. But then you've got Donovan Mitchell. I'm not sure who he would or who would match up with him on the Knicks. Probably Anunoby, I would think. I mean, they're 1-2 on the road against the Knicks. Their last playoff meeting, the Knicks won 4-1 2 years ago. He's got to get a game or two at least from Harden. He has to. But I don't know if James can. I'll be honest. I mean, because there's going to be a ton of pressure on James Harden now. And Cleveland's bench is going to have to be better. They're going to need a game like this out of Merrill every night. And I think the Knicks bench is deeper. But, I mean, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. Oh, that shot is so ugly. But again, look, if I'm the Cavs right now, I need Mobley to be big. I need Strus to play well. I need Allen to play big. Mitchell's got to be on every night because I can't depend on James Harden. I just can't. If I could get good production off my bench, that could ultimately help to alleviate the James Harden problem. You know, I mean, tonight his stat line is atrocious. 36 minutes. I mean, he's played the most besides Mobley. He's got 9 points on 2 of 10 shooting. So, I just think that it's just you can't expect that from James. And Monty, that's what I think. I think the Knicks' bench is going to be so much better than Cleveland. Kenny Atkinson is going to have to look at, and tonight he used his bench finally here in the last few minutes, but it was realistically, it was Wade playing 21 minutes, Schroeder with 18, Merrill with 25. That's been it. Jersey, thank you. Yes, my man. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you more than you know, believe me. You've been with me from the jump, man. I truly appreciate you. Oh, my God. I mean, it's just been crazy. I say the Knicks in 6. I'm going to say the Knicks in 6. I think New York is too deep. I think New York is too good. And I think the Knicks get to the finals against OKC, and I think OKC runs them out of the building. And I wouldn't be shocked even then, if Mike Brown isn't fired. I mean, this game tonight. I know nobody is saying anything about their look. I know, Monty, you and I are going to disagree here. But I'm sorry, JB Bickerstaff should not be allowed in that locker room. Should not be allowed in that locker room. Cleveland won 2 games on the road. Cleveland won 2 on the road, which is what they needed to do. I didn't think they'd do it in Game 7. I'll be honest. I didn't think they'd do it in a Game 7. But they did it. They absolutely did it. And kudos to, look, Kenny Atkinson's got a hell of a job now on his hands. It was over at halftime. I mean, that could be the case, Monty. You're right. I didn't even think about that. You're right. I think the fact that Cleveland was able to blow this one out of the water pretty early, though, helps. Versus what Philly had to go through. But I mean, look, this was a good old-fashioned ass kicking. And you know, you look at the final stats here and the final box score. Tobias Harris with 5 points, Durant with 7. Cunningham had a horrible night. 13 points. Thompson with 5. Jenkins with 17. Robinson with 13. Reed and Smith with 4. Stewart and Holland with 3, Levert with 11. Sasser with 9. Detroit has nothing besides Cade Cunningham. And JB, look, they're gonna hoot and holler about the officiating. You lost this game because of how piss poor your defense was. Let's just call it what it is. Your defense couldn't stop anybody tonight. I'm absolutely stunned by this. I'm not even going to deny it. But kudos to Kenny Atkinson for having his guys ready to show up. Kudos to those guys because they absolutely did. So now we know what the Eastern Conference final is. The Knicks against the Cavs, Tuesday night, ESPN. We will be here with the Last Row podcast before, during, and after the games. So I will tell you that right here now. Jersey, thank you for the heart. Appreciate you. Look, Tuesday night's going to come real quick for Cleveland. The one thing about Kenny Atkinson tonight that I didn't like, the one thing here, Bippin, that I'll say, he kept the starters in way too long. Way too long. There was no reason Donovan Mitchell should have been in there past the 8-minute mark of the fourth. None. You were asking for troubles at that point. So I truthfully think that overall, Cleveland earned this tonight. They without question beat. Kenny Atkinson outcoached. Kenny Atkinson outcoached J.B. Bickerstaff. That's bad. That's really bad. And Monty, you're exactly right. And I hate saying that to anybody that's a Cavs fan or a Knicks fan. They're playing for the right to get steamrolled. And I think, truthfully, I'll say this right here now. Whether it's the Spurs or OKC, I think the championship is going to the Western Conference. I don't think anybody from the East would stand a chance against either San Antonio or Oklahoma City. I just don't. San Antonio might be a closer series, but I think San Antonio would win it. And look, I think San Antonio is going to give Oklahoma City some problems. I do. And I think that series goes 7, and I think OKC wins it. I also think that realistically, you're going to have New York. Yeah, look, I think the Knicks have a puncher's chance against the Spurs too. That's what I mean. Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I mean as well. I think at that point in time, you've got a puncher's chance against the Spurs. If it's Cleveland against any of them, none. No chance. They don't have a puncher's chance. It's Mike Tyson's first boxing match back against Peter McNally or whatever his name was. There's no good that can come of it. You know what I mean? I think it's going 7, Monty. I know you say 6. I think 7. I think it's going to go 7. Just because I think Wembanyama is such an X factor. San Antonio was 4-1 against them in the regular season. SGA's coming off his second or his back-to-back MVPs, which is good. And kudos to him for that, no question about it. So I think the finals, the conference finals are going to be very, very good. I like the Knicks. I think the Knicks win. And I think OKC wins. And then I say OKC in 5, if not sweep. All right, let's talk about some other news and notes here while we can. Aaron Rodgers has re-signed with the Steelers, a one-year agreement. A one-year agreement for approximately $22 or $23 million. Can Hartenstein tough Wemby up? He's going to have to. He's going to have to. I mean, Wemby's going to have to be big. There's no question. Rodgers, though, back for 1 year. I look for them to release Mason Rudolph. I think they're going to go with Will Howard and Drew Aller as their backups. So there's that story that we missed yesterday that broke. Yeah, it's 25 with incentives. Yes, he's got, I think, $2 million in incentives that he could hit. Yep, you're exactly right. Yep. So I think it was $23 million total with the incentives adding up to 25 or getting up to $25 million. So yep, that's exactly right. Couple of other things here that are noteworthy. The Philadelphia Phillies have taken the interim tag off of Don Mattingly as the interim manager. They're back above 500. They've gone 14-4 since Mattingly took over. I don't think it's enough to catch the Braves, obviously, but I will say this much, or excuse me, they're 15-4. They're over 500. Looking at the standings in the National League East, they're 8 games back, but they're currently in second place. That's a great job by Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. The Cubs are only a game and a half up right now in Milwaukee, against Milwaukee. The Cubs have got some things they got to figure out on the road. Their road record is not good. Their road record is very bad. They're 11-13 on the road. I think you're starting to see some pitching issues come up for them. The White Sox are in second place right now, and they're only a game out of first. They're 2 games over 500, and they're a game out of first. That's insane. Murakami and Colson Montgomery, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, if you aren't watching the White Sox and those 2 guys specifically, you need to. They're really, really fun to watch. They're really, really fun to watch. Atlanta's really, really good. I think Atlanta may be the better team out of the Dodgers. Because it shows here, if you stop Ohtani, LA doesn't have anybody else right now that's hitting. And LA is only a half game up on San Diego right now. So that's Major League Baseball. We've got Game 7 tomorrow night between the Sabres and the Canadiens. Buffalo has a chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Hurricanes are awaiting. And look, I'm going to be just completely honest. I would love either one between the Sabres or the Canadiens. I would love either one to beat Carolina. Just because it would be great stories. It would be a phenomenal story for Buffalo to get to the Stanley Cup. It would be an incredible story for Martin St. Louis to lead the Canadiens to the Stanley Cup final. So, tomorrow night's going to be really fun in that regard. I'm going to be glued to that. The Avalanche against the Golden Knights are going to be really, really good. That's going to be a really good matchup. And that will start on Tuesday night. No, check that, Wednesday night. That series will start on the 20th, which is Wednesday, and then the Eastern Conference between the Hurricanes and either the Canadiens or the Sabres will start on Thursday night. I'm excited. I think it's going to be. I love Game 7s. Tonight's Game 7 was boring. Was absolutely boring. So kudos to the Cavs for winning. And realistically, look, I mean, kudos to them. JB Bickerstaff, to me, should not be coaching anymore. I just don't believe that. Okay, I have one other topic I want to bring up. Did anybody last night watch the MMA bout between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano? Did anybody in the chat, anybody watch that last night? I have thoughts on it. And I want to see if my thoughts equal your thoughts. My thoughts are that at 17 seconds and how fast the bout was over, it looked completely staged and rigged. It absolutely looked like a money grab. And given the fact that who's the promoter in Jake Paul, I'm going to probably say it was probably staged. I don't believe any of the other fights were, but I believe that one was. And it was to give Ronda Rousey a, final adieu in the MMA world versus how she's gone out in UFC. And I just don't think that for anybody that paid for that fight, because that fight caused Netflix, it caused their pricing to increase. That's a problem. And I wouldn't trust Jake Paul at all. I would not trust Jake Paul at all with that. And I would not put it past if it was rigged. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. So hopefully, and Monty, you're exactly right. If you blinked, you missed it. I actually was up super late last night and watched it on replay. And I was so angry about it because it had such a great build-up. JB Bickerstaff is meeting the media right now saying the Cavs just outplayed us. JB Bickerstaff looks like he has been quite emotional, to be honest. And he should be, because Kenny Atkinson outcoached him, and that's not saying much. So we will be back with you tomorrow night. That's going to put a bow on this edition of the Last Row Podcast. We'll be back with you tomorrow night as we get ready for Game 7 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres in the NHL for the right to take on the Hurricanes. Big thanks to I Know a Guy Remodeling and Forever Finds with their continued support of the show. Remember to check us out on social media at TikTok. You can check us out at last.row.podcast. On X or Twitter, you can check us out there as well at Last Row Podcast. Double check our website and check that out as well, www.lastrowpodcast.com. We'll be back with you tomorrow evening as we get you set for the NBA Conference Finals as well as Game 7 tomorrow night. And until then, I'll see you in the last row.